Standard 9, Social Science, Geography, Chapter 2, The Signature of Time. The signature of time. Lithosphere comprises of the crust and the upper part of the mantle. Exist as several fragments known as lithospheric plates. There are 7 major and many minor plates. Lithospheric plates move at a speed of 2 to 12 centimeters a year. Causes: slow movements, divergent margin, convergent margin, transform margin. Rapid movements, earthquakes, volcanoes, tsunamis. Crust, the outermost solid layer of the earth. Mantle, it is the layer between the crust and the outer core. Lithosphere, the crust together with the upper part of the mantle is known as the lithosphere. Lithospheric plates, portion of the lithosphere which are several thousand kilometers wide and roughly 100 kilometers thick are called lithospheric plates. Each plate contains oceanic as well as continental areas. Average thickness of lithosphere. Oceanic lithosphere is typically about 50 to 100 kilometer thick. Continental lithosphere is thicker, about 150 kilometer. Different lithospheric plates. Major plates: African plate, Antarctic plate, Eurasian plate, Indo-Australian plate, North American plate, Pacific plate, South American plate. Minor plates: Somali plate, Nazca plate, Philippine Sea plate, Arabian plate, Caribbean plate, Cocos plate, Caroline plates, Scotia plate. Next, plate movement. The lithospheric plates are situated above the asthenosphere, which is in a semi-plastic state. Magma, which is a part of the mantle, remain molten due to the high temperature at the Earth's interior and undergoes continuous convection. The plates move at a speed of 2 to 12 centimeters a year. The speed of this movement has not always been uniform. Studies indicate that the speed of the plate movement was up to 30 centimeters a year about 580 million years ago. Next, different types of lithospheric plate movements. Convergent margin. Plates move towards each other. Fold mountains are formed along the convergent margins. For example, the Himalaya is a fold mountain range formed between the Indian plate and the Eurasian plate. Subduction zones. If there is any difference in density between the plates along a convergent margin, The denser plate will submerge under the lighter one. These zones are called subduction zones. Ocean trenches are developed in subduction zones. The Challenger Deep in the Pacific Ocean is an example. Divergent margin. Plates move apart from each other. Magma comes out through the gap formed due to the divergence of plates and solidifies to form mountains. These types of mountains are known as mid-oceanic ridges. 14,000 kilometer long north-south oriented mountain range has been formed in the Atlantic Ocean. This mountain range, known as the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, has been formed as a result of the divergence of the African plate and the South American plate. Transform margin. Plates slide past each other. Landforms are not generally created along the margins where the plates slide past each other, but such margins are fault zones. The San Andreas Fault Zone in North America is an example. The plate margins are generally vulnerable to earthquakes, volcanoes, and faults. This is because the plate margins are weaker than other areas. The major relief features on the Earth's surface, such as the fault mountains, plateaus, and volcanoes, are the result of plate movements. Next, Earth movements. Endogenic force. The forces coming from within the Earth and causing vertical and horizontal movement. Exogenic force. It refers to external processes and phenomena that occur on or above the Earth's surface. Dystrophic movement. It refers to deformation of the Earth's crust, especially folding and faulting. Earthquake. An earthquake is the shaking of the surface of the Earth resulting from the sudden release of energy in the Earth's lithosphere that creates seismic waves. Earthquakes occur due to other reasons: collapse of roof of mines, pressure in reservoirs, volcanic eruptions. Next, focus and epicenter. The deep points inside the earth where the earthquakes occurs are known as focus, and the point vertically above it on the earth's surface is known as epicenter. Types of earthquake waves. Three types of waves are produced from the focus during an earthquake: primary waves, secondary waves, and surface waves. Next, the Richter scale. The Richter scale measures the intensity of energy released at the time of an earthquake. Next, seismograph. The seismic waves are recorded by an instrument called seismograph. Next, tsunamis. Earthquakes occurring on ocean floor cause giant sea waves. Such violent sea waves that rise several meters high are known as tsunamis. Next, impact of tsunamis. Recession in sea level may be an indicator of tsunami. If so, move on to safer locations. Take official warnings seriously. Don't arrive at self conclusion that the dangerous situation is over. Wait for official declaration. Once trapped by tsunami waves, try to escape holding any floating materials firmly. Next, formation of volcanoes. When magma from within the Earth's upper mantle works its way to the surface, at the surface it erupts to form lava flows and ash deposits. The Pacific Ring of Fire, nearly 80% of the world's volcanoes are situated around the Pacific Ocean. This zone containing more than 452 volcanoes is known as the Pacific Ring of Fire. Volcanoes are useful to man. The soil formed by the weathering of lava rocks is fertile. Geysers are formed in many volcanic regions. Volcanic ash is good manure.